Hello, my divine being, and welcome to this week's episode of Confessions of a New Age Goddess. As always, I'm the New Age Goddess herself, Melissa. Joining me today is Dr. Angela Wilson. Mind Power Lady, Dr. Angela Wilson is a serial entrepreneur, infinite potential wealth and success coach, inspirational speaker, keynote presenter, celebrity interviewer, global peace ambassador, actress, performer, and more. So, Angela, welcome to the pod.
It's my pleasure to be on your show and to share all the tips your audience maybe have interest.
Definitely, definitely. And can you tell us where you are joining us from today? Where in the world?
Currently, I'm located in Brisbane, Australia. It's close to 10 a.m. here.
Yes. Yes, definitely. I know because when we schedule the times, I always put that I'm in Central Time because I'm in Chicago, but I did see that you were from there. I'm like, oh, this is very exciting. So it's tomorrow.
Yeah,
It's tomorrow where
yeah,
you're
yeah. Don't worry about time. I basically work 24/7. I rest when I'm not needed, and most of my keynote speaking is from European conference company.
at.
So that normally start maybe 6 or 7 p.m. onwards, maybe to 11 p.m. Australia Brisbane time.
Mhm.
Then my interviews normally start around 10 p.m. to the morning. Most of them to the morning before 7 a.m. Most of them
Mm.
90% of interview from American.
Oh, so this is nothing new. Okay, good. Awesome. Okay, great. And then, yeah, if you just kind of, I know I did a little intro on you, but if you kind of wanted to introduce yourself in your own words and what your mission is.
Okay, I think for the interview, I think the more I am on the interview, the more I recognize it's super important to let the audience pick up what may change their life forever. And I have helped so many people and go through so many interviews, and I recognize I have to share really the deepest level of my authentic myself, my experience. So audience really understand why it's super important to really dominate the unconscious mind.
Mm-hmm.
Because I see every day, regardless of how successful people are, they can talk about your deal, billionaire deal, whatever, but they are heading to default, tragic ending.
Mm-hmm.
Is no exception. They can only count on the luck. Depends on if there are any forces can really bring them, give them the luck. So put like this: over 50 years ago, 50, not 15, 50
Mm-hmm.
years ago, I made a horrible mistake, which I didn't have awareness, and I actually was manipulated. My conscious mind was manipulated by the unconscious mind, which is largely inaccessible.
Mm-hmm.
Sigmund Freud already talked about that. And then I made a wise decision, which I thought is so smart, so wise, and then turns out it's a trap, leading me to a very horrible, destiny. I actually born in the family, and then my basically my parents, everyone around me shouldn't be the place I should be.
Yes.
That's why I was leading to a very different childhood. From the childhood I have gone through, by default, the future for me should be like I should have child abuse,
Mm.
a trauma, depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, OCD, cancer, liver stone, kidney stone, a high blood pressure, basically like all the traps other people are trapped in. But I was so lucky that in the first 6 years in my life, I was fighting back. So, so on one hand, I was abused physically, emotionally, mentally every day by my doctor parents who are highly respected. And I was born unwanted. My mom tried to drown me to death.
Mm.
Yeah. But on the other hand, I was so lucky, so privileged that because nobody took care of me at all. Yeah, we reside in the residential building inside the city hospital.
Mm.
Yeah, that time I was born in China, and then I have to follow my doctor parents in turn every day. You know, when they deal with patients, the outdoor department, indoor department. I even go to evening shift in the infectious disease department with my mother.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I, for COVID-19, I know exactly what is that. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, what happens is, can you imagine a toddler who was have no chance to play on the ground with other kids on the mat, have fun, but see the reality of medical professionals at the adult world, and every day I see birth and death,
Hmm.
suffering, so I asking myself, is that me my future? Pain, suffering, yeah, and suddenly die or suicide. And I see the rich, the powerful, the vulnerable, the poor suffer exactly the
Oh yeah.
same way. And then I saw, the newborn baby, beautiful girls with 2 years on the cheeks. And then I was panicked. It's overwhelming to a toddler. I was, oh
Yeah.
my, where's my future? Where's my future? And I saw the 2 years old, boy looks so healthy, but then end up have two Annas, and then nobody wanted. There was left on the bench, at the outdoor department in the hospital. So I was really, really fear, really panic. I was thinking, oh my, what's my future? What's my future? I don't want to live like this. That's not appealing. I see everyone try to step on each other because they want more salary, and fighting, mental fighting and angry. I didn't see happiness, bliss every day, which I want. Then I was thinking, no, that's not the life I want. So every day I was really working very hard, trying to find my future. I don't want to even live the rest of life like others. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then when I was 6, one day my father took out the notebook and started read the destiny of each kid.
Hmm.
I didn't quite understand what they talk about me, but I knew they didn't like it. However, I remember one of my siblings was told she will have a miserable life after 40.
Ugh.
So I look at her face. She looks vulnerable, like a hopeless despair. That made me angry. I was so angry. The kind of feeling was not like a toddler's, thinking way of thinking. It's like
Right.
old,
I was gonna say, yeah, it's very
yeah, also in the small body. I
yes.
was so angry. I look at her face. I was thinking, how could possible you accept that? So
Yeah.
I was thinking I need to rescue her. So I look back, my dad, and my asking how to change destiny. My dad said, "Look at me." My dad looked at me like I'm an alien. He said, "Nobody can change destiny." That was a awakening moment. Yes, before every day I was working hard on myself to get rid of the tension my parents tried to put on me physically, emotionally, mentally to survive. But at that moment, when I heard nobody can change destiny, I was thinking, are you seeing? I will be abused, discriminated, slaved by you forever
Mm-hmm.
if I cannot change that. I said, no way. Currently, you do that because I have the small body, total body. I cannot help, yeah? But I will not accept this forever.
Right.
So that's actually, it was a awakening moment. I told myself, no way, I will not allow anyone anything working on me. Then that's the time I recognize, okay, how I save myself. How? Because nobody even look at me. Look at me, they do not care about me. I was in the every day I was living in the fear they put the poison in my food. If they
Oh my
kill me,
gosh.
or every day I was like that. So I was very cautious, sensitive. Then I was thinking, how could I save myself? Then I recall when I around the 2 years and a half, when one day my mom, beat me so painful. I think maybe now is the time I need to tell her to stop. You see, the talk is not young
Yeah, not
soul.
childlike.
Also,
Yeah.
I talked to myself. I said, now it maybe is the time to tell her stop it. If you continue doing it, that I will revenge. So when I made that decision, I deliberately looking her into the eyes,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
tell her the message. As a toddler, you cannot speak out the language as an adult, right?
Right.
But I sent the look to her, and then she looked me back. I see all the energy change in her, and what I saw is like a monster. She want to kill me, smash me like I'm an ants, flies smash me immediately. That's the time I recognize it's dangerous. That express my emotion, yeah, to the external world. That's the time I recognize I don't want to put myself in the risky position anymore. Yeah. And then also I recognize when I think that's maybe around middle of 3 years old, when my one day my father was playing with one of my siblings. They would hug, kiss, giggling. I never have a hug, from my parents in my whole life.
Oh,
And that time as a toddler, and I was thinking, okay, maybe I need to attract my father's attention. So my eyes actually chasing his eyes, chasing. Then in a sudden he saw that. I thought, oh, maybe I got hope. But what happens when he saw it? He decided to send me cold look.
mm,
Basically, it's like he put a soul on the bleeding scar. So I can see the stillness in the silent conversation through the eyes.
yeah.
I look at him. My message is, please, please hug me, kiss me, and play with me like you play with other brothers, sisters. I need love. And his look back to me is, haha, I know you want it. I want you suffer. You just watch it and you will never get it. And I see his look is so cold. I had no idea why it's like that. That's the time I recognize, okay, there is no hope. They don't look, they don't have sympathy on you. They don't care about you. That silence moment is like it lasts forever.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the time I recognize I will never ask for back love from them anymore. And then that's why I work on myself, yeah, every day. So you can imagine, if I cannot express my emotion outside, either put myself in danger, or they don't feel pity on you and try to have a mercy on you and love you anyhow, what's the point
Mm-hmm.
to put your emotion out? And
Right.
emotion is energy, right?
Yeah.
Mind is energy.
Energy
And
is
then
motion.
yeah, that's right. And then if I put inside myself, I recognize, the energy inside the body, controlled by the nerve system, neuro linguistic, we talk about the nerve system, yeah.
Yep.
And when we have the feeling from the outside world, or because of the physical change, and we have all the nerve systems and the nerves, all working on us, and
Yes.
you can sense the overwhelmed energy inside your body. And I didn't like how that feel inside my body.
Yeah, of
It's
course.
like a
Yeah.
volcano, You feel overwhelmed, and the body is struggling, and you can feel, the energy try to consuming you. And
Mm.
I didn't like that feeling too. But okay, I cannot express the emotion feeling out, release outside. I cannot also let it impact my organ. Because if it impact my organ, I will caught up by all the diseases.
Yes,
So
of
called,
course.
the DNA disease, genetic disease, or what kind of cancer, all this kind of thing. Yeah.
Yes.
And how to get rid of that. That's the time I recognize the unconscious mind, which is not subconscious mind. Subconscious mind is emotion level. And
Mm,
then if we're working on the emotion level, we have spent a lifetime to working on our nerve system, and it will not really work. Why? I give you example. Dalai Lama, reincarnated 14 times. He practiced meditation, working on nerve system 14 times of lifetime, still doesn't work. He still admit he have the moment. Can you see? Because that's human nature.
Yes.
Human nature. If we're working on trying to get a solution with the human nature, which is designed to control us, it will never, never, never help us to get rid of a control of the universe matrix. So I was so lucky because I have so strong desire to survive. I cannot, because I cannot live a life like others, suffer the rest of the whole life and a couple of decades. What's the point? I want totally enjoyment. I
Yeah.
want to totally enjoyment. So that's the time I actually every night I pushed myself very hard at finding the solution, and then I think accidentally, but actually because I constantly working on that, then actually I end up take over the control of inaccessible unconscious mind.
Wow.
I'm the only one in the whole world doing this.
Yeah, I've never heard of it. So yeah, when
Yeah,
I read your
yeah,
bio, I was like blown away because it is
I
unheard
that's
of.
that's right. You never heard about it. You heard, all the gurus, meditators, masters. They all use meditation, yoga, healing, use NLP, mind rewinding, all this kind of technique.
Yes.
But you see, they spend their whole life working on that. Still doesn't really help them to really have clarity on their future. When I say future, infinite future.
Okay.
And no, none of them can even guarantee they will not get the dimension. None of them can guarantee when they die, they will die peacefully and with bliss go to the heaven. Nobody. Can you see that? Why? Because they all are trapped, go to wrong direction, working on the subconscious mind, which you can see the iceberg, 10% the consciousness, and the second 10% below the water is subconscious mind, is emotion.
Yes.
So everyone else are trapped working on emotion. That's why people either they think, okay, I am ambitious, I want more money, I want more successful. Yeah, they can do that, but meanwhile they need to spend a couple of hours meditate, try to rewind the mind, then go back again. They don't know when they go through this process they are trapped because the unconscious mind working on us 24/7 non-stop.
Yes.
And if you try to work on nerve system, it will never work. Why? Nerve system designed in human being is through the DNA, is already designed to wait for us to respond the reality. Can you see that?
Yeah.
How it works? That's why people working so hard. That's why you can see all the physical health issue, emotional health, mental health can never be solved.
Yeah.
I was looking back every time, when I when I see other people couldn't survive, like when I was in middle school, one of my classmates who practiced meditation energy caught up by schizophrenia. Then when I in over 30s, I have a whole family come to me because they do meditation, the so-called the word meditation movement. They join, they feel so cool. They introduce to their son in uni. And
Mhm.
you know what happens? In a sudden, the son was trapped by schizophrenia. Diagnosed
Mhm.
with schizophrenia, they spent 10 years searching for different solutions globally. Couldn't fix the problem because schizophrenia cannot be fixable, because all these different mental health issue, to be honest, there is no fix if we working on the emotion level, nerve system. That's why you can see psychiatrists use the pills to control your nerve system.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. It's temporary. It's a temporary in the
That's right,
moment
because
relief.
that's right, and
Yeah.
all the nerve system, all the physical body is a energy vibration. It's a
Yes.
vibration. It's a still energy. Still, normally people talk about physical, metaphysical. Metaphysical and physical actually is one thing, a different level.
Yeah. And that's what I wanted to kind of branch off and talk about too is how did you how did you come to that knowing that the physical and metaphysical, it's kind of one world of energy? How did you come to that realization?
Okay. Yeah, at that time I didn't know Einstein, theory about, the whole world is is energy. Yeah, there is no matter. Matter is just the energy, yeah, which have a low vibration that we can sense it.
Yeah,
But
we
as
can
a
touch it.
toddler, yeah, that's right. As a toddler, I can sense it. I can feel it. We talk about the science. The real science is what you dare to use your whole body to test everything. It's not the science limited by your judgmental mind and limited with the laboratory in facility.
Uh-huh.
All this facility is a physical matter. Actually, the vibration at the low level.
Hmm.
But then we use our mind, which is controlled by the unconsciousness, and trigger you to see the things you are allowed to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you couldn't, because you can't see
That's
everything that's
right.
in front of us,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
because this is a metric set up to make sure you only see the perception is allowed, so you will never escape the catch, never escape the human suffering.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
yeah. So sometimes I feel so ridiculous that's to see so many scientists globally. They're really working so hard. They're innocent, right? They're working so hard to try to help a human being, but without knowing they are the puppet of their own hacked unconscious mind. And
Yeah.
and the point is, I think some percentage of people, if they are not searching for the answer, they feel uncomfortable to hurt about hacked unconsciousness. They think they are so successful, so intelligent. How could it be they live a life and puppet?
Hmm. Hmm.
That's that's what, that's exactly the setup, exactly set up. So I already started talking about what is a holographic self, right?
Yes,
You
the
can
whole
see,
world's a hologram.
that's right.
Yes,
You
yes.
can you can see some news about AI, artificial intelligence,
Hmm.
talking about their technique can design holographic image, so we can see that that person actually perform on stage.
Yeah, like
But
Michael Jackson, he did it.
that's right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. But every one of us actually is a holographic self.
Yes,
We
yes.
have
People
that
don't
fun.
believe that. Yes.
We no, you know why people don't believe that?
They
Because
can't
their
see.
hacked unconscious mind is control their perception, not allow them to see it.
Yes.
So the point is, if you don't care, or if you just for whatever reason you just accept that, it's fine. That's what I'm normally talking to people. Why? Because the universe, the Earth dimension is a very low vibrated dimension.
Mm-hmm.
This dimension needs a lot of negative energy. And
Mm.
where this negative energy come from? Negative energy comes from people have no chance to get holographic self, the whole picture perception of themselves. They're not able to find a way to get rid of the control because they are controlled by the limited perception. So that's why they suffer. That's why they fight with each other. They can have a moment like bliss and we are oneness, but next moment fight with each
Yeah.
other, fight, argue with each other.
Limited.
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Because they needed, we needed enough negative energy to produce to the earth dimension, so the vibration can keep the low. So we need people to contribute on that level. So if any of them love to do it, for me, I think that's fine. Congratulations, you are contribute to the not earth peace, but contribute to the earth's negative energy, which is required, needed. So I'm not like a long time ago, I won't save anyone anymore. You know what I mean? I just, okay, if that's what they want and that they accept to be slaved, that's fine. And I shouldn't take a responsibility for them. Does it make sense?
Of
But
course. Yeah.
yeah, but I'm just busy, accessing infinite potential and heading to where I want to be, and through daily, performance. So come to the detail about the metaphysics, and physical world, how I join this together
Yeah.
is very simple, because I can sense that I'm the only one can save me. What assets I have? The assets is my body. So when I'm working on that every day, then I actually find out, actually the difference between different organ, emotion, nervous system, and how we respond to this world, or the unconscious mind consciousness is just the energy at different level of vibration.
Yes.
That's it. So, and Einstein also said, if you want to change the reality, you can only have the reality match with your vibration. So all the solutions, like suffering in business, career, personal life, if you cannot find a solution at this level, very easy. Shift into the vibration to another level, then you can see different perception.
Because perception is reality.
That's right.
Yeah.
Once you are able to really dominate your whole unconscious mind, then you are at your holographic self, dimension. You are unbeatable. So I would like also to emphasize one thing. So many people are spiritual, right?
Yes.
And on the journey with religion, all this, they are all trapped too. Don't see people saying, oh, they are spiritual, they are on their journey enlightenment. No, that's another trap. Why? Because if everyone on spiritual journey and do not really have a very solid skill to fight back the unconscious mind, they are just live on a lifestyle, spiritual lifestyle. Is amateur level, can feel better at the moment, but still working on subconscious mind. Because lifestyle spirituality working on still nerve system.
And it's still your ego.
Emotion.
Ego.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. What I'm talking about, the unconscious mind, hacked unconscious mind is coded since our birth with what? Connected with the reptilian brain working together. That's why people always live in the fear, sense of uncertainty, have an ego. Fear good moments now, bad moments next minute,
Yeah.
So in order to get rid of the control of your whole life journey, so-called karma, everything, you have to working on beyond nervous system, beyond subconscious mind. That's where I come from. Because if I was not working on that high level, I wouldn't be here. I should have already died numerous times, or being killed. I have gone through so many catastrophic events in my whole life. And every time I actually fighting back. Basically, unconscious mind is energy. Energy have no boundary, right?
Right.
So every time you can see they try to working on you, then what you do, every time you see all this negative try to come, you just take over, consume it, and transmute it to the power. That's exactly the difference between me and the rest people who working on spirituality. And the people think spirituality is something like, it's like some privilege thing. Spirituality is just the meaning. You understand the whole world is energy.
Yes.
Yeah, there is another invisible word, the matters, like your words you use metaphysical word. Yeah, but actually it's still the same word like a physical word, just have different vibration. Because they don't have a physical human's body, but there are also so many manipulated energy there, and all this energy is the one who hack our unconscious mind. People don't know. That's the point. And so many people working on spirituality, actually, why people do meditation caught up by schizophrenia or other mental health issue, or I have done all the research from different religion. Yeah. Right. They could feel cool, bliss, but after a couple of years, when they are really tuning into that, their physical body, the health situation shutting down, situation going worse. Why? Because you are buying the new trap. That's it.
Yeah.
So when I see the unconscious mind, I'm talking about the unconscious mind inside your body, inside your brain. And then many people on the spiritual journey, they mix up the unconscious mind with the soul.
That's
You
easy
see,
to do. I see that a lot. Yeah. That's an easy mistake to make.
all mixed up. That's why so many people in the whole world, everyone try, and basically everyone try to get to the level I want, but all failed.
Well, they're
Why?
going about it the wrong way. They're
Yeah,
going
that's
about it the
right.
wrong way.
That's
Yeah.
why. That's why the way I head into is totally free from the control of matrix
Mm-hmm.
through your physical body matrix, and focus on your infinite potential, infinite wealth, infinite success. But everyone go to the wrong direction because they don't see the whole picture of the
Yes.
universe.
Yes.
And also, that's one reason. Second reason, they all give their power away at a certain point. That's the reason. They give up. They think when they reach another, they think, oh, then another power can help them. Then they buy in that matrix. I never. But it's hard to be person like that. You need to be
Yeah.
very, very. You're not just a warrior spirit. You need a spirit as samurai. You know what you are doing, but meanwhile, you also have an ability of love. Normally, when I are on the journey fight, yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
the energy of fight have nothing to do with the energy of love,
Right.
right?
Right.
That's what is a trap.
Mm.
You can have enormous fight energy, but love, that's at a high level.
Yeah.
That's why talking about the transmutation. Once you are able to transmute, then the way you fight is correct. I was testing everything. And that's why people, just wonder how I could possibly survive at a different level. And I am also be the global peace ambassador working on that. They think that's like two things, doesn't match. Yes, it doesn't match because you're working on your nerve system,
Yes.
because that's against the human nature, which is designed to trap us to the default tragedy. So
Yeah.
if you want to really get rid of the control
Mm-hmm.
of, of the ecosystem, the universe, you have to working on the human nature and bypass the control of nervous system.
Yes. Yes. And just to kind of refresh our audience, what would you say is the definition of subconscious and definition of unconscious, just to kind of show how they are different?
Subconscious is emotion. When you
Yes.
work on emotion, anger, jealousy, fight, pissed off, or everything, that's a subconscious mind.
Mm-hmm.
That's connected with the nerve system, and this is controlled by the unconscious mind. Unconscious mind is the energy and connected with the reptilian brain, and use the universal energy constantly programming us. So the program is not from subconscious mind. When people try to work and use the NLP or this technique,
Yeah.
they program them through what? Through the subconscious mind, through emotion level. So you can see all those people who master NLP, they start to lose the connection between authentic self. Why? Because they have to retell themselves, restructure their mind, yeah, the way they think it should be for success. Then
Yeah.
they push all the suffering, what is called the dark energy,
Yes.
yeah, the behind and push it down. Then one day when they cannot hold anymore, then boom, they suddenly jump out of window. That's what happened. That's temporary cure.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, it feels good in the moment and maybe it can calm you down, but then, yeah, you're going to keep going back to default.
Yeah,
So you
because
gotta
that's how it's designed
yeah.
to have you feel the good at the moment. Then you think you are on the right track. Then at the end, you are taken. This is what happening. Ego, this universe, use a human being to working on their emotion, so constantly can produce the fuel how to run the earth. You get what I'm saying? Well, that's fuel come from. Fuel is negative emotion. When
Mhm.
we try to working on each other, even brothers, sisters, parents, or partners, they fight with each other, argue with each other, feel good today, feel not feel good tomorrow. They need a human being constantly working on this pattern, good, bad, good, bad. And then always the better one have a higher volume,
Yeah.
so the earth dimension can keep the running. So
Yes.
I have different explanation on why this COVID-19 happened.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Please tell us.
yeah, yeah. People can see, okay, because of control of which country to did the wrong thing. But remember, everyone on earth is controlled by the unconscious mind,
And we're all
by the
connected.
ecosystem.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so is at the high level is not a human being,
Right.
but it
Right.
looks like is a human being fighting to each other. No, is the invisible energy in the universe. Most of us just do not have the chance to see it, or many people don't want to see it because it's too hard. You get my point? It's a
Yeah. They don't want to
setup.
believe it.
It's a setup.
Yes.
That's it. And then, then if you wait to change your destiny, waiting for the external world to getting better, economy getting better, then that means what? You are slaved
You
by your
gave away
own.
your power.
That's right. You are slaved by the universe ecosystem. So
Mm-hmm.
people think, people working on law of attraction, manifestation, they recognize they maybe can track what they want, but they also tracked by what they don't want.
Yes. Yes.
Why? Why? Nothing is free.
Mm-hmm.
Universe will give what you want now and then, but what you pay back. Nothing is free. Especially if you don't understand who are the energy give to you, what's the price you pay for it. But if we understand nothing is free, you actually want to know who give you this result.
Yeah.
Why give you? What's the payoff? If you can accept that or not.
Mm-hmm.
This is also the reason why so many gurus, why so many healers, psychics, the people working on this energy are trapped to the wrong direction, because they don't positioning themselves as an individual energy being, but they just connect with the invisible world. Hope they are all positive energy, but they also know they're negative. They don't know how to identify what is good, what is wrong.
Yes.
Why? Because inside their mind, they don't have the chance, they don't give themselves chance to remove their ego.
That's
It's
what,
their
yeah, because I was
Yeah,
thinking
that's right.
ego. Yeah.
Yeah, because they use their mind saying, oh, their good energy give me what I want. I think they are the God. But if you don't give the one, oh, that's a bad one. Because you use a human being soul, use your own design to identify the energy. I don't do that.
That's
That's
right.
why I survived. That's why I survived. I have no chance to survive according to the human nature at all.
Right. Right. Too many odds against you. Right.
Yeah, I have no chance. I when I was 18, my parents triggered the emotion of my one of my sibling, and she walked behind me and cut me on my face.
Oh,
And I just low down my head. Yeah, then the knife just slapped over. You don't see the scar here, but I still have a scar here.
uh-huh.
I was almost dead when I was
Yeah.
18. And I I don't even have a Chinese name anymore, because my parents treated me to remove me from the family. Just because at that moment when they tell me the lie, yes, we love you and come back home, so I said I will trust you once more, and I go there visit just a couple hours before I really rest from my travel. They start asking me money. They have money. I was thinking, why cannot even wait tomorrow morning when I get fresh? Then my father just get so angry because I didn't respond the way he expected.
Right.
If I don't give the sum of money, they will remove me from family tree. So I told myself, I bloody I will remove myself.
Yeah. Take your power back. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I never have a birthday cake, a birthday gift, even my birth date or my legal documents or passport. It's
Uh-huh.
not my real birthday.
Oh,
How could possible a person live like this?
right.
And also, yeah, and when I was over 30, early 30, I
Mhm.
reached my dream success. So I actually put my parents in the wheel. I thought they should be very happy and proud of me, and also see my love to them. But who knows, it triggered their anger to me, and also triggered their emotion. They want my immediate death. Why? Because only when I die now, all my assets belong to them.
Right.
So I basically lost my family when I in early 30. How human being can survive when you have no family? You'll never be accepted. You spend over 30 years, prove to them and nurture them, love them, but you never get the love, right?
Mhm. Right.
But then they threaten you, they put in the situation. It's like you cannot talk. Whenever you call them, they never call you anyhow because they don't want to spend money call you. Whenever you call them, they just ask this, ask. It's like you have to die now. You just sense that message. How you can live. So many successful people are trapped by the unhealthy relationship, unhealthy family life. They constantly working for others, just want to get a recognition. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah. A lot of people do that.
That's
Yes.
why. That's why they have all the suffering, all the mental suffering, emotional suffering. And there's so many also success people. Okay, they think they achieved everything. What they do, they think I can achieve more, then I can give the money to the children. They don't know their future. They
Yeah.
don't know their future.
Never,
It,
yeah.
yeah, and when I see, so human beings are trapped, so incompetent. I like to use the word incompetent to really wake up from the trap, while everyone want freedom, want the enlightenment, want the happiness forever. You know, I was thinking, you have to fight back yourself. If you are not initiative, you just want the results. Yeah, you want the result, but you don't want to make an effort. No way. Everyone, if there is a way, I should have done that. I testing everything.
Oh, yeah. Because you're your own biggest cheerleader. Like, if you're not, taking ownership for your life, you can't expect other people to. It's not their job. Honestly, it's your job.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, that's right. And from childhood, I testing every possibility, the shortcut, and then recognize still the one take over the control of unconscious mind. That's the only way to work. Because why? You may think why the unconscious mind is largely inaccessible. Very simple. Because this is a powerhouse.
yeah.
Powerhouse is control. Is a powerhouse. Is like a CPU of the computer to
Okay.
control the whole computer, your program, your work.
Hmm.
Yeah, if it lets you access the unconscious mind and you understand the secret, then nobody is controlled on Earth's dimension. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So they have to make it inaccessible, largely inaccessible. Then also trap the people who are on spiritual journey, healing journey. They think they are enlightened, they are on the journey with the God, with the energy, their power. But actually, it is from what deep level of emotion, because you are still controlled by nervous system, and the ego system think, ha 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 ha, I let you feel good, and it's so cool, you feel good. Then when you find out the truth is already late, you are taken anyhow.
Yeah. Yeah. So you have to go to really the actual, like to your point, the actual powerhouse to get to the root of the issue.
Yeah, and I also like to introduce one book.
Mhm.
Not my book, this, but many success people already read this book. I have this in my hand. This is book
Outwitting the
from
devil. Oh,
Napoleon.
Napoleon Hill. Yes.
I share with you what happened with this book.
Okay.
Outwitting the Devil is an interview between Napoleon Hill and the interviewee. He used the words devil. I like to use the words ecosystem.
Okay.
So, so many people follow this book suggested by the devil who wants to control human being, want to control human being in the prison matrix forever, and follow this book still trapped. And let's think the logic. Why? You are my food. You are my pride, right? And I need to keep you in my territory, matrix forever. And you come to me, ask me, what's the secret? How I can free from you forever? Do you think I should be stupid enough to tell you the truth?
No, definitely
Of
not.
course not.
No.
But I want you to feel comfortable and don't fight against me. Find out the truth of the unconscious mind. So I need to give you some good things, yeah?
Mhm.
Yeah, and then let you feel comfortable. Yes, I take nutrition, I take do this. But at the end, you are in my matrix. I take over you as my energy field anytime I want it. So I always use a metaphor like what's the difference between a cow in New Zealand free range farm or the cow in Thailand? What's the difference? The difference is one enjoy life. Yeah, maybe can have a free sex, enjoy fresh air, the other one don't.
Yeah.
But the end, their destiny is the same. What? The food, the
Yeah.
product of a human being. This is exactly the trap. This is why I actually picked up, 6 and 9 points
Ooh,
from
okay.
from the page to wake people up. What's the setup? So you
Okay.
can see here, you can see what he said. I don't cause all the misery on earth. On the other hand, I boost it. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Here, number 2, I merely move in and occupy the unused space. What is the unused space? People think unused space is if they're lazy, don't use their brain and mind. No, unused space is unconscious mind.
Okay.
Why? The I devil said unused because it's controlled by reptilian brain. Can you see
Reptilian
that?
brain. Okay.
That's all the setup. And in this book, Noel mentioned unconscious mind. And the number 4, I am constantly at work. It means what? 24/7. So if we spend 2 hours to meditation, we lose 2 hours to work.
Yes.
That's it. So we have to find a way how to work to fight the unconscious 24/7. And it's so easy to do it after I discovered from my childhood. And you can see here, I want to show you this one. Number 7.
Mm-hmm.
I take over their minds and body even before they die whenever I can lure them or frighten them into hypnotic rhythm. Congratulations, people use meditation, NLP, hypnosis, mind rewinding. Oh, good luck. You are exactly use the trap.
The hypnotic rhythm. Yeah.
Law of attraction, everything is set up like a net, like a spider, multi-dimensional, infinite dimension of a spider net to make sure human being cannot get rid of. Can you see?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
those who control and use their own mind escape. But this part, those who control and use their mind, the mind actually is unconscious mind.
Yes.
Unconscious mind, not the emotional mind. That's why majority of the human, if they don't make effort, want working on themselves, they never come back, get out of control. And what happens, you can see so many people on earth, they live in life, they debate, they argue, they try to against each other, even in the politics, right?
Yes.
It's like okay, I need to find back. They are doing wrong. I need to find back. What happens when we are doing that? We create negative energy again.
Yeah. Yeah. And then also, like to your point, the virus, all these different types of negative things, they're really feeding off of these energies. And we're just kind of perpetuating it without even knowing it because we're doing it on a subconscious level.
That's why.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
that's why when people ask me more questions, I have so many people like really keen on what I'm talking about, but then they constantly trapped by the emotion and ask me question actually based on the emotion how to get rid of the problem.
Mm.
It cannot, because the worst question you ask is based on your emotion.
Yes.
But when
Yeah.
we are working on the emotion, we never get rid of the control. That's why you can see so many successful people. They can be so successful, have a strong mental strength. Yeah, but the point is that the stronger their mental strengths are, the more they accumulate negative energy to against them.
Mm,
People don't know why, because the way they think, they use their consciousness, subjective conscious mind,
yeah.
and they use their emotion level of NLP or this technique. They're working on that to make this part too solid, so they are not even capable to see things differently. This is exactly what happened with Stephen Jobs. Why Stephen Jobs died? He had so many chances to save himself, but he was so trapped in that dimension of emotion or this level.
Mm.
Couldn't. I have worked with so many successful people, so successful. You can see their mind. They have no. Basically, every day we need to have ambition to really take over the control. It's like this: we are in the territory. It's my territory, but actually my territory is taken. Yeah,
Hmm.
so I'm living in my territory as a slave.
Yes.
Unless we have a strong desire to fight back, take over the territory, otherwise it will not change, make a quality change of destiny.
And to your point, you said transmute it. Transmute
Trans
it. I think that's the big word too.
transmute is just a natural result once we understand step one and step two.
That would naturally come. And then what are kind of branching off of what you said earlier, what are just some like everyday steps that people can take away and be free from the human suffering controlled by the hacked unconscious mind, something maybe we didn't discuss that people can really do today to take that control?
I share with you, everyone actually try to get in point, but all get it wrong. The reason is because what I shared with you.
Mhm.
I actually simplified the step to, I call the hacking the hacker 3 step. One is identify issue.
Okay.
Identify issue at the conscious level, identify issue at the subconscious level, identify issue inside the body. And people have difficulty to do that. Why? Because when people identify their issues in the consciousness, they use their subjective judgmental mind to working on that. So
Right.
they only identify issue based on their interest, based on their emotion. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And when they identify the emotion level, they only want to identify when they feel comfortable. That's not against the ego. Can you see that?
Yes. Yes, I can see that for sure. That's a
That's
natural
why.
reaction. Yeah.
Yeah, then when they identify the issue inside the different physical body, they normally have to ask a doctor, ask all different therapists, professionals, use different facility machine, because the consciousness and the subconsciousness, they are not able to really look into the organ, how this energy changing, moving.
Mm-hmm.
They use do meditation, everyday meditate. Yes, they can meditate, feel cool. But if suddenly something hit their emotion, they immediately piece off. All their meditation, is skill is gone. Just
Yep.
lose in a second. So it doesn't work. But this step one is super important. This is exactly key point to lead into the step two. Once you understand how to identify the issue, then what to do, you just redirect the energy. And so many people working on the energy field, they all know the healing, charcoal, but
Yeah.
why does it work? Because the charcoal you're working on is a technique, but not connected with your response to the reality. And not
Mm,
connected with your source. Your thoughts can come so many in seconds. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's the one. The step one is super important. That's where I come from. I'm working on this since childhood.
Yes.
And then what I did different from the rest and escape the control of the matrix and be the victim, yeah, like I was 50 years ago, is because I working on I identify the issues. And when I identify issue, I actually can use it to test in the body if if the sports I picked up is true or not. So
Mhm.
many people, they're working on different energy, they feel cool, use the intuition. But the intuition is controlled by what?
Emotion.
By emotion.
Yeah.
Emotion controlled by what? By nerve system. That's it. I don't work on that level. You have to work beyond the human's negative catch, working on higher level of dimension. This is not dimension. So many people on the spiritual journey talking about different other dimension. I'm talking about holographic that yourself, infinite dimension.
Are you
The
also
only way to know
speaking
word
about,
working on that.
sorry, are you also speaking about the different versions, like the parallel reality versions of you too? Or just that's something
No,
different? Okay.
no, I'm talking about you yourself is the energy.
Yes.
It is a shape of a human body form.
Mm-hmm.
But this reality can change infinitely, can have an infinite change according to the perception you are able to access.
Okay, got it.
When I see a holographic self, your holographic self can be limited and can be infinite. I'm talking about the infinite level. When you are working on the infinite level, when you see human life's journey, it's short, it's small. And all what your behavior, everyday's daily behavior performance, is just a small strategy, small move of the infinite self.
Yes.
So when we make a, if we build a house, build our career, we know step one, step what we need to do to reach which level. But who else you see the human being that design their whole life is like, I want to make sure when I leave my human body, I will go to the highest level. Even they think I go the highest level, they have no idea what is the highest level.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
And then connected with different religion, their God, they worry being punished by God, they are trapped by different things. And I also have so many, I even have a, shaman came to me, work
Oh, nice.
on that work for 40 years. Then finally cannot hold anymore, come to me.
Hmm.
So why like that? Because they are all trapped by what? By nerve system, with their own ego, with their own limited perception. The difference with me is I remove all personal judgment.
Right.
I don't want that because I know personal judgment. That's how I was trapped in this life.
Of
You know,
course.
so I just check everything. Come. So every day maybe you have a new discovery, come have to be blend in the whole infinite, plan. Then
Yes.
see how you deal with that. The universe, so unpredictable. If we are not ready, if we are not ready to have the mindset and also the skill to deal with any unpredictable situation.
Yes.
If we have that power, we have no problem. So what to do? Usually we all worry the negative energy. We don't want to be trapped in negative energy, but the negative energy is around us. It's part of the Earth's dimension.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
then ourselves can attract the negative energy inside ourselves, right? So how to do that? Once you are able to redirect, first you need to understand, identify the negative energy.
Mm-hmm.
And then redirect. When you are able to redirect, you are able to transmute all negative energy, become your unlimited source power.
Mm.
So many healers, coaches working on others, then they feel drowned, right?
Yeah.
They lost the energy. Why? Because you didn't have the chance or learn how to convert, transmute the negativity into your unlimited charge of power.
Mm.
And that they use that energy, use their energy working on the meditation, use my NLP, all this. They serve the clients. Yeah, when clients is gone, then the energy is gone. You can see that.
Yeah,
Then they need
complete.
to recover again. That's
Yeah.
a wrong direction. It's not sustainable. And the
Right.
universe, actually have the power. All negative energy, yeah, could be your source, unlimited source for your power. That's why I talk about the mind power.
Hmm.
Mind power, when you are able to transmute the mental strength into the mind power, you have no chance to suffer depression, anxiety, all these mental health issue at all. So how you test if you have done good or wrong, you should be able to get rid of any emotional suffering. You shouldn't use the words chaos, overwhelmed. If this is in your dictionary, that means you have that moment controlled by nerve system.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you think, oh, I need sometimes holiday, have rest all day, that means your energy, you haven't learned how to convert all the mental strength into the mind power. That's the step 3 transmutation. And I also know people who read the book from Napoleon Hill. Let me show you this book, Think and Getting Rich,
Oh yeah.
and learn, how to sex
Yeah,
transmutation.
sexual transmutation. Yep, I
You
read
know
this
what
book.
they do? I recognize so many people read this book. They end
Yeah.
up have more sex, have more dating with different partners.
Yeah.
They all get wrong. They
Hmm.
all get wrong. Yes, you can enjoy that if you want to take your life journey not that serious, but enjoy as a lifestyle. Basically, like for yourself, is good. You know what I mean? It's like not everyone can be the Olympic champion, want to be Olympic champion, but they, learn the boating, learn different, skiing, all this technique for fun. Yeah, but if we are in the critical situation, we want to survive. Amateur skill cannot survive.
Right.
You have to do exactly what is required in order to survive in this matrix. This is what I teach, and you can see I'm not, rigid. You know, I enjoy life like others. And yesterday I watched two show. I went to the art theater,
Okay.
Brisbane. Watched two show, 2 o'clock, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock is 3 hours show. Afternoon is 90 minutes show. In the morning I was doing the filming, acting. I enjoy life.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and then when we are at that level, we are able to play with the energy.
Mm.
This is a skill, survival skill. It's not about enlightenment. When you have the survival skill, you are free from being the victim. You don't need to be victimize yourself. And why I'm doing this? Because I became the victim 50 years ago. I hate it. I
Right.
didn't like the sense of being controlled. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. So I'm the only one in the whole world doing this. What I recognize, and then so many people, um, they think mindset is mindset, personal development. Okay, is something you need to working on, and then when you're working on your business, you need to shift in your mindset, right? Personal development to work in business.
Yep.
No,
Yeah.
this is just one energy.
Yeah.
One energy use the mind thought working on. So I teach people how to teach clients how to do that, connect with daily performance in business, career, personal life. Because of that, I also become the real estate agent and property developer. I teach people who understand energy, who want to take full use of energy
Mm.
of property and
Mhm.
connect with own unconscious mind. So help them to understand how to play this energy game.
Right, right,
To
because it is all energy,
that's
right?
right. That's right. That's right. And then people like the entertainment, and that's why I'm now working on my stage show, one woman stage show.
Mm.
Also working on my documentary film and the drama film is in the preparation. There will be
Cool.
different level through the practice, positioning, retesting. Life is for fun. I'm not talking about waiting for the enlightenment, then like a nun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a nun before, right? And then I want to show people how you can, live in a life that purely focus on your future.
Yes.
So what happens? Most people they doing something, doing activity as a human being for fun, enjoy. But this what they are doing every day have nothing to do with their future.
Right.
So then one day, I even recognize, some, for example, a politician, yeah, they never believe in God, or never believe in spirituality. When they retired, and nobody need them anymore. Still, the children do not need them anymore. They start check Bible, check Susa, different religion. They want to find their future. Is late.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
you should be constantly building it all along and having
every
fun
day.
with it and
That's
having fun.
exactly what I teach. Hacking the hacker is make every millions on earth counts. Every millions of what you do with your thoughts
Mhm.
and how you act, yeah, how you take a decision actually accumulate unlimited mind power for you. You can use that as a unlimited resources to what? Boost your immune system
Oh, yeah.
to kill any negative energy coming to you without even need to think, because later on when you get used to it, it's automatic. It's automatic.
And then that's the new default,
Yeah,
correct?
that's how you can control your future, your default destiny. You can determine what kind of destiny.
Yes.
That that destiny you want not be controlled, to be the master of yourself. Yeah, then you have to take over the unconscious mind. But unconscious mind is hard to be accessible as adults, and the child can easily accessible some child, but they caught up by other issue, autism.
Mm,
Autism child is connected with that one. I talked about that before in
mhm.
other interviews. So how to control it? Easy. You see how the unconscious mind manipulate the unconscious mind, working on which part? Working on consciousness, subconscious, organ, different parts of body. Then
Yes.
you just need to identify issue from consciousness, subconscious, and the organ. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So easy. Then you just redirect all the energy, then transmute it. So beautiful. The feeling is so beautiful. And life is so easy. And there's so many people live are not sure about the future. You wait COVID-19 finish. Yeah, it will finish anyhow, sooner or later, but something else will come out again.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
we are. That's right. We are heading to an AI age, artificial intelligence. I had a media release weeks ago. Boston News, Washington News,
Uh-huh.
Washington DC News. They all have that. Yeah,
Oh,
over
yeah.
over 5 million. My median, my article on median release is talking about the AI age, how
I'm
to
surprised it
survive.
didn't happen already. I thought it would have happened like a few years ago, to be honest with you,
Yeah,
we
it's
were headed.
prepare. When we are talking about the AI age is what? It will replace the job of human.
Oh, it's already, you see it in
Yeah,
supermarkets
yeah,
already. I mean,
but
happening.
not enough. Like what happens? What happens? Why people think so many people die? Because we don't need so many human soul on Earth anymore.
We don't need as many as we used to. That's
That's
correct.
right.
Hmm.
That's one reason why so many people need to die. You know what I mean? That's how
Especially
it
low
is set up.
vibration people too.
Yeah,
Low,
because you do not need so many human soul.
yeah.
And later on, the clone people will come in.
Mm,
One person can clone 10.
true.
That's the time I'm talking about, prosperity time of AI age. So
Mm,
where this and Stephen Hogan talk about warned about AI risk,
yeah, he did.
risk to destroy the humanity. How that can happen? Very simple, because all the developers, all the engineers who working on this industry have unconscious mind not in their hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. They don't.
Yeah, then they caught up by emotion. They can easily driven by the ego, driven by the money profit, and all is money gain.
Yeah.
But for every one of you as an audience, You want to survive, right? If you want to be the victim, you have to working on, how to get rid of the control of the matrix. It's not the control of the government, it's the control of the matrix.
Oh, yes, it's much higher than government, much higher
That's
than.
right. Because you cannot do anything with the government unless you are in the position, high position. Even you are in the high position, and every people, elites working on the person, they massage each other, working on each other.
Mhm.
But there is an easy way. Is you working on your own small mind matrix, your whole body. If you cannot even dominate your own unconscious mind, how you can expect the external world change for you?
Because
Impossible.
change starts with you. So if I can't fix
And
stuff
that's right.
here, yeah.
The ability for us is to have the ability to change the whole universe through yourself, because your
Yes.
perception to the universe will change based on your ability of perception level which you can access to. So the whole world around you could be the hell, but you are living the heaven. That's what.
Yes. 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 Because I mean, we talked about it earlier, but perception does change reality. It changes your universe, so it changes the universe.
That's right, but so many people already working on to like use mind programming, or they change their perception, but their perception is fake perception. You
Yeah.
understand? Is fake. They don't see the truth of the universe. So when they fake it and put themselves in the box in the fake reality, they were forced to wake up anyhow. When getting older, suddenly caught up by dementia or
Mm.
in coma. And the people at the sleep suddenly woke up, panic attack. Why? Because you cannot change the reality when your consciousness doesn't work. Your consciousness is sleeping. Can you see that? And
Yeah.
especially at the time when we die, regardless is die because of car accident at a young age or older, we have to die.
Mhm.
The NLP or meditation doesn't work anymore.
Mm.
Why? Because when we die, we needed to heading somewhere, and
Yes.
many people when they die, they don't even know how to get rid of the body. That's why they
Oh,
die
yeah.
quite painful.
Yeah,
You see,
they just like stay in like
they
some type
even
of
have no idea what it,
purgatory. They
they
don't
even
know
have
they're
no
dead.
idea. They even have no idea what they were going to face and who will take care of them. But before they may be so successful, they in charge for everything. Then they suddenly lose control. Can you see that?
Yeah.
I already saw some news about the billionaire, already lost all their assets in 80s. All the children, grandchildren, all took all the assets. Then at the time when die was scared, you can see the face, you're scared. But we can working on that every day through the 3 steps. Identify the issues and redirect the energy and transmute. So we can take care of our daily experience. Meanwhile, protect ourselves, prepare ourselves for the next journey. Two
Yes.
go into one. So easy. That's the life I live in. I enjoy, dancing party. I even go Bollywood dancing, learning all
Ooh,
this.
cool.
Yeah, I enjoy working 24/7, but I still have all this, dancing all together. Why I'm doing all this dancing? And when I'm doing dancing, I also sense how the energy connect with unconscious mind, how
Mm.
redirect transmute. I work the same thing, and that
Yeah.
is so beautiful, the feeling, and then make every minute work. And life can be so easy. Can you
It
see
can
that?
be. It can be. Like if you just kind of like know what to do, it can be, definitely. And then I
Yeah,
know,
that's right.
yeah.
And
And then
yeah, and when we working on the know what to do,
uh
I'm talking about not to know according to subjective consciousness. I'm talking about with the knowledge, understanding, map out the whole universe.
yes, the whole picture.
Then you make a decision according to what you check around the whole picture. Then you make the decision. Otherwise, if we according to what we want to do, according to emotion,
Hmm.
and limited the subjective mindset, will have a cause issue again.
Yeah. Then you're just kind of back in that same cycle over and over
Yeah,
again.
basically always need to check in everything. But the point is, so many people are trapped and not have the ability to check that, not have the ability because they live in the fear, and
Mhm.
also in the universe. Why so many people? There are also so many successful entrepreneurs. They 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 refuse to do meditation not because they know meditation is a trap, yeah, but because they have a fear when meditate something else will pop up.
Mm,
That's living the fear of with
yeah.
why is fear? Because uncertainty, because
Yeah.
no knowledge and the skill to deal with the situation. Can you see that? So hacking the hacker is to teach my clients to have all the knowledge and also have the skill to deal with any loopholes in the energy through
Yes.
mind.
Yes.
That's exactly my value.
Of course, of course. And then yeah, you pretty much solidified exactly what you can do with a client, but what does a session look like if someone were to work with
Oh, yeah. Normally, before I do have 1 hour session. Now I don't have it anymore because I want find out that when people have one session, they don't have enough time to go to another level
right?
to really change their life forever. So now I provide the 3 hours.
Mhm.
3 hours session with me can save you 30 years effort. So I help you identify all different loopholes, issues, and all record it. Then also help you to build up a different option of your future, infinite wealth, infinite success, infinite potential. Just 3 hours. I only need the 3 hours. I don't need to spend one day to working on that because I'm working on multi-dimension. When I'm working clients all online, yeah, and then depends on each one clients how they integrate with me. Sometimes when they're talking with me, I just saw their different faces,
Mm.
their past lives, all this. I
Oh,
just saw
cool.
male and female. I just cannot painting out. Then I pick up all the information and they help them to build the best option for their infinite success.
Interesting.
Everyone different. So some people maybe come because of a relationship or whatever. Regardless from you come because of the AI, AI age, you are engineer, or because of career, because of relationship, because of health. I cover everything.
Oh, good.
Holistic, whole life journey from cradle to the grave. Because only as I mentioned, only when all the dots can join together, and you will understand how to build up your action, your action, daily action, actually moving towards your final success, real success.
Right. Yeah, because I am a big advocate of we need to look at the whole picture first before we start any part of the
That,
process.
that, that's right. It's like you build a house. How you build a house? You need to have a draw painting,
Yes.
yeah, talking to the architecture, and why you need this kind of kitchen, what's the function, how strong the house to be, yeah. Then you take action. But most human beings live a life just go and according to their feeling.
Yeah.
Oh, it depends on how I feel tomorrow. My God, you depends on feeling that it means you are trapped by your subconscious mind. You live
Yes.
by the moment with the moment. Of course, you were never able to control your life. But
Mhm.
sometimes people think, okay, if I make it too like a predictable, life has no fun. That's all wrong. So when you want life unpredictable, still in your control, not to risk your life, yeah, not
Yeah.
to risk the highest success, right?
Yeah.
Life is so predictable only if so predictable so as life can have so much fun and have so much adventure if you master how to dominate everything,
Mm.
how to do it. You need to have the skill. So life to me every day is an adventure, and so much fun. I practice acting, and the other day when we got a script, it's like a two-person good friends, right? And one actually have a mental health issue, and the other one just like friends, and we're talking through. That's a script I share with you. I think okay, now I decided I will shift in my mind, go to the Zoom, and act. And my partner, because he's a new, yeah, he was so freaking out. I can saw his legs suddenly moving. I said, "This is energy. This is acting."
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
like a perfect
why? Yeah,
example.
that's right. I'm 50, right?
Mhm.
And then people cannot connect with me with the 50 because of my energy. I love,
Yeah.
Indian dancing, Bollywood dancing, do all the funny things. Because you can be who you want to be, because this is all different perception. Just free yourself. However, when you try to have a fun in your life, make sure when you are doing this, all the energy you're working on, your thoughts can connect, give to your mind power. Can you transmute the energy? That's the point.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it will only hurt you. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You can enjoy the life, really enjoy the life without the worry being trapped. But so many people enjoy life, they think they can in control, but suddenly the mind was raped. Why? Because you're working on emotion. Very
Mm. Yeah. No, it makes so much sense. And it's kind of like I feel like it's almost something that's like right in front of your face, but you can't even see it, the concept, if that makes sense. To me,
that's
it
why
did.
you that's why you can feel it. You need to feel it through your practice.
Mm.
This is why Hacking the Hacker I designed this way. 3 hours consultation. I help you to check all the dots, yeah, all the problems, and then help you to build up your future. And then you just make sure you check all the loopholes working on that.
Mm.
Or you want to be quick, you come to me, I teach you every day. My clients who on my 1 year program or 3 months program, or call me, they can call me or message me anytime. Sometimes I have clients call me urgently when I
Mm.
was suddenly the mind was trapped because best friend suddenly died
Mm.
because COVID, you know. I
Yeah.
then I send a message. When I see the message I send back and forth, I think, okay, his mind is trapped. I need to working on him immediately. Otherwise, he can suddenly have a mental health issue
Yeah.
because he has worked 30 years. His emotion never really worked. Why? Because of his ego. So I immediately call him. Immediately, he's from America. Immediately talking to him, and then I help him the way I talk through actually help him to redirect the energy. That's it.
Yes. And that's what we need. Just
Yeah, yeah,
redirection. Hmm.
yeah. That's right. And then this is a technique. You need to practice through daily business. That's why I give my clients a chance to message me what's going on. Every day. It depends on how fast you want. You can do very quick. That's it.
Yeah. Just
So
depends on you.
it's not something like you sit there do the meditation. If you sit there do meditate, you lose the time for meditation to do your business. I don't do meditate. I don't do meditation. I don't meditate. Why? What is called meditation? Meditation is your capability to able to control your nerve system. That's it.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and then when you're working on identify redirect, and when you redirect energy, it's bypass the nerve system.
Skip
That's
that
it.
whole step. Don't need
That's
it.
right.
Hmm.
Yeah, you are not controlled by the negative side of the human nature.
That makes complete sense. Okay, great. And then Angela, was there anything else that you wanted to share with the audience that we didn't get to just before we go?
I think everyone, I suggest you to think about your future. Do you want to be slaved forever, infinitely? Yeah, infinitely for an infinite future, or you want to escape the control and be the master of yourself? Yeah, if you want, do you want to take action now? Because I don't know when I die if anyone else will teach this again.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Okay, but I'm here now for you. Okay, so if you really you think I don't want the pain to live like this, being controlled, feel good, feel not good, the rest of my life, and not sure about my future. I'd rather take action now, and the pain is over. Yeah,
Mhm.
and let Angela teach you how to get through of that and free yourself. Then you are welcome to come to me, and then you can go to the website passtoliberty.com.
Uh-huh.
There are training videos, and also you will get my digital version of the book. And in this book, I designed in a way like outweighing the devil, because the concept is so big, it's so complicated, right? It's hard to understand if I put in the paragraph. So I actually designed it like a Q&A. Six
Oh,
or
nice.
eight chapter is Q&A. One
Uh-huh.
question, answer, one question, one answer. Yeah, and maybe the one same question I have 10 different answer from different chapters, because everyone different.
Yeah, no, we're all different learners, right? So
Yeah,
it's
because
just a,
people have a different backgrounds, even the same question you ask and the other 10 person ask, my answer is different. Why? Because your matrix is different, your unconscious mind is different.
mm-hmm.
When I have a whole family come to me, you know what I let them do? Everyone do the 3 hours.
Hmm.
Then I put them together. Why? Because everyone's unconscious mind is different.
Yeah.
So when I'm working, I focus on working for one person and join all the dots together. Then later on, put everyone together, because if you are family and I help you to put all the dots together, then you are can working together.
And
Does
then
it
this
make
is
sense?
also going back to the main concept of how we kind of need to look at the whole picture. So that's just another
That's
way.
right. Put like this. Put like this. Everyone we know, we don't know, is part of the universe picture.
Yeah.
And then why I suggest people to be as ambitious as possible. Why? Because if you don't to use the ambition come to the mind, right?
Mhm.
If you don't use the ambition to deliberately to working on different angle, the blind spot, you will suffer at the time when you leave the body. Why? And
Mhm.
those people who are on earth will leave the body anyhow. They will go different dimension. You will meet them there.
Yeah.
Then, if you are not capable, you might be the victim.
Mhm.
That's it. That's the reason. That's why I suggest people to be ambitious as possible. Ambitious as possible. Because when you use ambition, there are swords. Swords can move the energy.
Mhm.
Otherwise, energy is still. That's also the reason why people do meditation cannot really change their destiny. Like Dalai Lama do meditation. A good saying for him is he do not defeat himself. Yeah, people give him the food, right?
Yeah.
And then when you meditate, you put yourself in the calm space. You cannot work. You cannot run business, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because you put your nerve system not moving, but in your business you want to quick. Then everything is move so fast. So when you move so fast and your mental strength become strong, that give people impression that you are tough, right?
Yeah.
But when you give people an impression of tough, and you become tough, and this energy shape inside your body.
Yes. Becomes part
But
of you.
that's right. But the point is, if you're working on the hacking the hacker, I teach you and how be more efficient, productive, and more successful. Yeah. But meanwhile, and this energy and mental strength will transmute, redirect, bypass the nerve system, redirect, become your mind power. Access. Mind power is your unlimited access for this life, for your next life, for your internal life. And there's
Mhm.
so many success people, they think, okay, I don't fear of death, and we were internal. Yes, you can see that, but at that time you will panic. Why? It's not about the death. It's where you are going after death.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's true.
Even you could be a good soul, but on the other side, there are different dimensions you can be taken.
Mm.
You can be a good soul, but you don't have an ability to transmute the lights. You will easily be taken because they are dark energy higher than you. They just take you, consume you. Because if you just a good soul and it can connect with your nerve system, then when you see all the dark energy, you maybe have anger, fear, despite. You look at Mother Teresa, all those top famous people in the history,
Mhm.
those have a good heart, right? You look at how they die. They die painful. They
Yeah.
suffer emotional health issue. Why? Very simple. They know they need to have mercy. They know they need to have love. But there are energy block between how you can love others with total bliss and enlightened energy, or you have suffer. When we have suffer, that means we working on the nerve system level. When we working on the nerve system level, what happens? All this energy of suffer. Yes, I need to have a mercy on others, but you have a pain because you
Mm.
suffer. When you have a pain, suffer, that's a dark energy. Doesn't mean you're a good person, you have no dark energy. Dark energy is pain, suffer, anxiety, jealous, angry, hatred. And there were so many successful people and so many people who have a good heart, they all hate wars. Yeah?
Yeah, true.
But if we don't hate war, we put the hate interest, we feel sympathy about those people who can connect with war, who create war, all these terrorists. We feel sympathy, mercy. We merge their energy with love, but not accuse and not get angry. We will win. That's what I'm talking about. This is why I'm talking about the bigger love.
Yeah, it's elevated thinking.
That's called transmutation. But
Hmm.
if we think this way, point is, now and then people can think this way, but the second moment they forgot that. Can you see that?
Yeah, true.
Why? Because it's controlled by nerve system. So hacking the hacker is a program teach you how to bypass the nerve system and then massage your energy through. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, it's literally the next level. It's people have been doing this, and they get it like this, and then
Yeah, yeah.
way up
Yeah,
here.
that's right. When I'm working with clients one by one, you can see some clients they they could be so so trapped by their emotion, their suffering, but they trust you. They just speak out all these nasty words on that, you know. And
Right.
I always ask them to go back and look at the video how I respond.
Yeah, because it's retraining. It's just retraining.
That's right. That's
Mhm.
retraining is not to train your nerve system.
Mhm.
It's training how to bypass the control of nerve system.
Yes. Yeah, that's why I'm saying it's like I just keep thinking of like a ladder, and it's like way up here, and everyone's like,
That's completely different. I'm the only one in the whole world to talk about this, and I release this. So I'm also looking for, if there are charity, events organized, I don't mind to release this
"Mm,
on the online conference,
yeah,
whatever, Q&A. I can teach this. But the point is, if I teach this, people can change a little bit. But when it comes to the reality, you need to practice how to do it is different thing. Can you see that?
oh yeah." When you actually have to do the work, you can understand the concept, but actually doing the work, this is a different
Yeah,
thing.
because your emotion is different, your matrix is different.
Yeah.
That's why I do I contribute through two direction. You know why it's like a charity events. I don't mind the constantly educate free. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But
Yes.
the other one help ambitious entrepreneurs, ambitious aspiring people, individual, so they can go fast. Does it make sense?
Mhm. Oh
And
yeah.
then for everyone the gold medal. That's also the reason why I'm working on my stage show, documentary film, and drama film. That's
Very
the
cool.
reason. And then, in the acting field, you can see so many Hollywood star, famous actors. They can act in this character. They cannot get out. Even they think they get out, then you see their lifestyle change. They
Yeah.
started to alcohol. Why? Because when they're working on the road, they're working on the nerve system.
Hmm.
Okay, then when they come out, the nerve system already gets used to that kind of energy pattern.
Mm,
That's the reason. Can you see that?
yeah.
Once they understand how to working on the role without actually with sacrifice, with their nerve system, that's trapped into the wrong direction, they will be free from that.
Yeah. And they wouldn't be drained, like you said. They wouldn't be
That's right.
drained.
And then, yeah, that's exactly. I'm every day, I engage with different people. I see the trends, how actually they are taken by their unconscious mind.
Yeah,
Very interesting.
yeah, you can like see it clearly then. Then it's like
Yeah,
in front of your face.
I'm working on this every day. My parents was the victim of their unconscious mind.
Oh,
I love them forever. I love all my family, all these the people forever. But if they want to go to the hell, I cannot help them,
right.
because they don't want to go to the lights. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
some
I
people
have to,
don't.
that's why I'm saying when people, it's better to think about your future, how you want to be, who you want to be. Yeah, then you make a decision. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
then
I,
it's easier
yeah, that's
too.
right, that's right, and then and in the universe, is said. I share with you this one number. Which number? Number five.
Uh-huh.
Number five. Can you see?
Yes.
98% out of 100 who come back to my plan from the Earth's plan are taken over by me. Their mind power is added to my being. I get all who come over with any form of fear. Any form of fear from the unconscious mind. So
Mm-hmm.
the universe is designed this way. So I can help those people who are initiative, and
Hmm.
come to me, and otherwise how I can help them. Because if they don't want and the universe wanted, I'm okay. They contribute to the negative energy of the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As I mentioned, the negative energy could be the unlimited power charge, powerhouse for people like me working on unlimited level of success. Can you see that?
Yeah. 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 It's like new information, but okay, this is gonna sound weird. It's new information, but it sounds like it feels familiar.
Yeah, that's right. You know why it's familiar? Because so many people who are looking for solution are working on these things. But I'm the one actually are able to join all the dots together, cover
Yes.
all the modality, and find out the path to the freedom. And others are trapped without even many of them even know they are trapped.
Yeah, they don't know. They don't
Yeah,
know.
and the reason why I'm doing that, because 50 years ago I recognized, because I was trapped, I come to the destiny, the life I didn't want to. All the life I was before, I was so awesome, have so much social power and wealth, and this life I was abused.
Mm-hmm.
And I was even become homeless. Why? Because I want to escape from home. So
Yeah.
in order to survive, I was even homeless before. Can you see that? But
Mhm.
I fight through. I can buy in the destiny. I can buy in the metrics, like all my parents treat me like that. I can do the other way. But I knew that's not the freedom. I choose to free myself. So I choose to be the homeless in order not to be controlled. Can you see that?
Oh yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
choose to give them up. Tell them, yeah, I don't want to be in the hell. If you want to be that way, I cannot help you. You know what I mean? I
Mm.
still love you, and you are welcome to contact me anytime, but for the light. I'd rather spend time with you. You don't want change, and or I spend my time, effort for those people who are looking for me. Does it make
Yes.
sense?
Yes. Yeah, that
So
totally makes sense.
right, and for thousand years, from different culture, different country, different continent, all the healers, shamans, all people working on human find a solution. Actually, all try to get this one.
They didn't know what they were looking for. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's kind of making
yeah,
it.
because they only looking for that part they can access.
Mm,
But because I have so many memory from my past, I just couldn't accept why my life, this life, why, who trapped me to this life. It's completely opposite from what I used to. I didn't like that.
right.
That's the reason. But
And-
most people, they don't carry their memory. I carry the memory. I remember when I was around, I think maybe before 5,
okay.
I saw sometimes the nurse and doctors, they passing through me when I sit on the bamboo chair and just look at the doctors, nurses go through. They come to talk to me. I just see their faces, different faces. I said, you this face. But why I see other face? Then I was thinking that it's different person or same person. Then I recognize the same person. I start asking. I said, Uncle, Auntie, do you remember me? We know each other for a long time. Freaking them out, you know. Then later I shut up. I said, oh, nobody understand. I didn't understand too why I see that.
Right. Yeah.
I shut up. And then I think around 5 years old, one day my mom took me to a willow forest. She said this is will be a construction place where the new building,
Mhm.
will build up and we will live here. When my mom was excited and talking about that, I was thinking, I said, Mom, I have been here. My mom was so angry. She said, how could you be here? This was a cemetery. So I was wondering,
Mm.
why I was here cemetery. Then later on, when the construction workers were working on that, I did see a lot of bone digged out.
See?
Yeah, then I was thinking, what's connection? Oh, later I recognized, oh, that's a war zone. War
Oh,
zone. I was always in the war, you know. So I connected all this together, and I told myself, I I don't want to be trapped anymore. For example, if this life I still enjoy, like I used to be, I have no problem. I was not on this journey. But I was a dumped. I was a dumped. The ecosystem just dumped me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I'm not needed anymore. Because why? Because my energy, every of my life energy going down. So
Hmm.
I'm useless to them anymore. And
Mm,
I'm trapped. So I hate that. This is exactly why I'm saying if we are not able to transmute the mental power, mental strength into mind power,
mhm.
we will get a problem on the other side. This is exactly what happens to my different lives.
Yeah. Because to your point, you can recall your past lives. So you knew like how good life could be or how good your past lives
Yeah,
were.
I
Something.
knew, I knew I started from England and moving towards Asia.
Okay.
I knew, I knew many of that. I was check everything.
Hmm.
I took so many people to time travel.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, but now when they come to me ask for their past life, I said you don't need working on that because they can be thousand times because that's all the mistakes anyhow,
Mhm.
right? So
Yeah.
you need to focus on your future. Yeah, and I have clients always be raped. Every life is raped. Oh, exhausting.
I was gonna say that everyone's been raped, everyone's been the rapist. I mean, we've all been the good guy and the bad guy. I would guess.
Yeah, why focus on that one? And then the other reason why I'm working on this because in different religion, talking about people like me,
Mhm.
it's like I need to be punished to the hell because I have done so many things wrong. I killed so many people. You know what I mean?
But
And
we
then
all have.
karma, all these things. And then later I told myself, hold on, those people who killed by me have their reason to be killed. If they have done wrong and I'm the general, why shouldn't they be killed? So
Yeah.
I don't buy in that. But
Mm-mm.
if I buy in that kind of a concept in religion and I let others judge me, other power judge me, I wouldn't be in this place.
Right.
So if you are the person you know you don't want to be judged, you don't want to be judged where you go, and you want to 100% dominate, and the hacking the hacker is for you. That's it. Because I was thinking I will not spend 1,000 years and the repaying because I need to be punished. No way. You know way.
Mm-mm. I don't think so. Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's why I'm working on this. I need to make sure,
Yeah,
make sure nothing going wrong and all in control.
I
That's the reason.
totally, I totally agree with that. Okay, great. All right. Okay, so Dr. Angela, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to speak with us. This was very enlightening. I will definitely link your website in the show notes so that everyone who wants to reach out to you definitely has that resource. And then, yes, this was profound. I'm going to keep listening to this, obviously, and taking notes. And I'm just so grateful that you decided to be a guest on my pod. It's a big honor.
Yeah, it's my pleasure to be here, and I hope any of your audience can get some tips that work for them at the moment when they feel comfortable to improve a little bit, right?
Yes,
All depends on their personal wish. As I mentioned, even you don't want change, it's also good on Earth. As I mentioned, the Earth needs negative energy.
we do. We do.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. But for me, I only working for people who actually really want to go free from the control, right?
Yes.
Especially those people maybe have kind of similar kind of experience like I have gone through. Yeah, want to take your success to the next level. When I say next level, I mean infinite level.
Infinite
Then,
level.
yeah, then you can relax forever.
Yes.
You won't come to me.
Yes. That sounds perfect.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
great.
love you all, and take care and stay safe.
Yes. All right. So that was Dr. Angela Wilson. And that concludes our episode of Confessions of a New Age Goddess. Much love and namaste.